Alright guys, we are back for more of my 400 subscriber special for Come and Party with Nick. We just did a game of Mario Party 5 for the Nintendo GameCube, and that was a whole lot of fun. We played a game on Undersea Dream, and we were able to pull off a very good successful win on that. So, for our next segment, we are going to be playing Mario Party 6 for the Nintendo GameCube. So let's see how well we do on this game. Alright, let's choose my final course. And let's go ahead and jump right into the party mode. Alright, so for the board that we're going to play on for this segment, Nick requested me to do EGA's Garage. Alright, so we're going to do a battle royale with 10 turns on, mini games and bonuses on. I have one player, and I will of course play as Mario. Okay, so for our computer players, let's take on Luigi. And we'll have the computer players in normal difficulty. And then let's also play against Daisy. And lastly, let's also play against Toadette. No handicap. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's see who's going first. I'm going second this time, that's not too bad. Alright, Toadette's going first, I'm going second. Daisy's going third, and Luigi's going last. And our first star is going to be right there. Alright, let's get this party started. Alright, 4 for Toadette to start off, and she gets herself a Goomba orb. Alright, over to me. Alright, we get a 6, and we're gonna get a Bomb orb. Alright, we'll head this way. No, I'm not gonna shop at the orb hub right now. 10 for Daisy, and she's going to get herself a Koopa Troopa orb. Alright, she's gonna buy a Mushroom orb. Alright, now let's move on to Luigi, and he's gonna get a 1. And right off the bat, we're starting with the battle mini game. Alright, how much would it be? 10 each. Alright, let's go ahead and decide on the mini game that we're gonna play. Let's choose Hyper Sniper. And that's what we're playing. Alright, so we're going to be shooting some targets here. Let's hope we can get the highest score. We're looking good up there so far. impressive 1,720 points. How about that? And we get 26 coins out of that. Alright, off to a very good start. And now it is time for turn number 2. Alright, 5 for Toadette this time. And looks like she's going to spend her 5 coins to get herself a mushroom orb. At least she didn't have any coins to lose there on that red space. Alright, let's go back to me, and I'm not going to use my bomb on orb right now. Alright, we do get a 10. Oh, another bomb on orb. Okay. And we got the first star of the game, just like that. That's awesome. Alright, looks like the next star is going to be right there. Alright, we'll go to the right. Alright, Daisy's going to bring out her mushroom orb. And she gets a 9 and a 2 for a total of 11. And now she's going to get a super shroom orb. And she also gets a sluggish shroom orb as well. Oh boy! Time for a round of miracles. Alright, let's see how this goes. Alright, let's see who's going to be involved. Looks like Luigi, and who else will involve? Toadette. Alright, what's the result going to be? It looks like Luigi has to give 20 coins to Toadette, but Luigi only has 12, so that's all he has to give up. Alright, Luigi gets the 2 this time, and he gets a bullet bill orb. Alright, time for a 2 versus 2 mini game. Bodybuilder. Alright, I'm pairing up with my brother Luigi here. Alright, time to go build a robot. Alright, that was a good start. Ah, dang it, Luigi was a little bit late there. There we go. And we got it! Nicely done! Alright, let's go see what the next turn has in store. Toadette's going to use her mushroom orb. She gets a 1 and an 8 for a total of 9. And she's going to get a sluggish shroom orb. We'll go ahead and use one of my bomb orbs right here. And I'll put it right there. And we get 4 coins inside. Very nice. 3. Alright, we're gonna get a Mel Mushroom orb. Alright, Daisy got 4 coins inside the orb that she just used. I do believe it was her Koopa Trooper orb that she just bought out. Alright, 6 for Luigi. And he's losing some coins on the red space. Alright, we're gonna do a 1 versus 3 minigame here. Sink or swim. Alright, I have Daisy and Toad as my teammates. Let's see how this goes. So while we're swimming underwater, let's make sure we keep a close eye on our health here. Oh no! Darn it! I could not quite avoid that. Alright, it's all up to Toadette to save us here in these last 5 seconds. Oh! Darn it! Luigi beat us. Oh, wow. We are so close right there, but just wasn't quite enough to pull it off. Alright, we're in nighttime now. Alright, 8 for Toadette. And she's gonna get a Kamek Orb. And now she's passing by my Bomb Orb, so she lost half her roll right there, but she didn't have enough money to buy that star anyway. Alright, she's about to challenge somebody to a duel. She's choosing to challenge me, and she's gonna bet all 15 of her coins. Alright, what are we playing? Pitiful! Oh boy! It's one of those luck-based mini-games out here. I am not too sure about this, but we'll still give it our best shot. Go! Alright, let's pick the right row. So, who wins? Oh, look at that! It's me! Finish! That was lucky of how he won that one. Okay, I'll certainly take that. So, we're gonna get 30 coins there for winning that duel. Okay, let's bring out my metal mushroom orb. Ah, it's just the one that we get. Oh well. Alright, anyways, let's head over to Daisy, and she's gonna bring out her sluggish shroom orb. She also gets 2 coins inside it. And she's going with the 1. Interesting. That's gonna activate the conveyor belt right there. Now me and Daisy are going over there. But at least we both get 4 coins on the way down. Alright, 6 for Luigi. Alright, 1 versus 3 minigame here. Conveyor belt. I got Luigi and Daisy as my teammates. So let's see how it goes. Yeah, baby! We win!
Oh yeah, I'm the winner!
Alright, on to the next turn now. Toadette's gonna use her sluggish room orb, and she also gets 2 coins inside it. Alright, she's gonna go with a 9. And she gets a Piranha Plant orb. And she's gonna activate the conveyor belt right there with that happening space that she landed on. And she does get 6 coins right there. Okay, I'm not gonna use this bomb orb yet. And we get a 4. Okay. Where do I want to go from here? I don't really think I'm going to have much of a chance of that star because Luigi's literally right there. So I will instead go to the left so we can stop by this orb hut here. I'll take a sluggish room more, please. Daisy's uses her super shroom orb, and she gets 2 coins inside it. 3, 8, and 4 for a total of 15. Oh! Daisy actually managed to snipe away that star from Luigi. I didn't really think she would actually get it, but she did. Okay, so looks like the next star is going to be right over there. And she gets herself a Klepto orb, but she lost some coins there on the red space. Luigi's going to use his Bullet Bill orb, and he gets a 10 out of that. And he is able to take away some of Daisy's coins, but she only had 3 to lose there. Alright, time for a 2 versus 2 minigame now, and we're playing Gondola Glide. I'm pairing up with my brother Luigi on this one. Let's do it. Go! That is how you do it.
Oh yes, I'm already the winner.
Alright, we're heading into the last 5 turns now, so it's time to check out the current standings. I'm in first place, Daisy's in second, Luigi's in third, and Toadette's in last. So now it's time for Toadette to spin the bonus wheel, so she's in last place. And it's going to be a 40 coin bonus that she's going to get. And now for the rest of the game, we can challenge another player to a duel if we land on the same space as them. But let's go ahead and see what happens here in the last 5 turns. Alright, Toadette's gonna put her Piranha Plant orb right there. And she gets 10 coins inside that orb. Wow. Alright, she rolls a 4. She's not going to shop at the orb hub right now. And now she's challenging me to a duel since we're on the same space. Oh boy, looks like she's gonna go for my star right here by betting 40 of her coins. But let's see how well this is gonna go from here. Alright, we're playing Asteroid Rage. Thankfully, this is one I do very good at here, so I'm feeling very confident that we're gonna win this. Alright, let's do it. How in the world did I not avoid that? You gotta be kidding me! Well, there goes our star for what we had. But thankfully we're not too far behind, so we can still have a chance to try to win this. So let's not get too worried. Okay, let me think about this carefully by looking at the board. So we are approaching one of those teleporter devices. That could be really handy right here from where we are at. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring out my sluggish shroom orb here so we can try to land near that much easier. So I'm gonna go with a 7. And we do get a bullet bill orb. And we do stop near that teleportation device here. So let's go ahead and use that. This can really be handy right here in making me get closer to the star. That's gonna take me over here. Alright, Daisy's putting her Klepto orb right there. And she gets 8 coins inside it. Alright, 7. And she lost some coins on the red space. Alright, 6 for Luigi. And he's gonna get a Super Shroom orb. Alright, time for a 2 versus 2 mini game. Jump the gun. And this time I'm pairing up with Daisy. And I'm in control of the jumping. Let's do it. Oh boy, that was a close one. Alright, just a little bit more, and we got it! Well done.
Oh yeah, I'm the winner.
Alright, back into the daytime right now. And we have 4 turns left. I have 5 for Toadette. And she's gonna get a sluggish shroom orb. Okay. We'll go ahead and use this bomb orb right here. And I like to put it on that space. Alright, 7. Alright, let me look at the board here and make sure I know where I'm going. Alright, let's go down. Alright, we get a Podoboo orb. Oh, we got the Calamity Launcher right here. And we can pay coins to set nasty orb traps all over the garage. And depending on how many orbs we can launch, depends on how many coins we got. So we can basically do up to 4 sets for 60 coins. But just to make sure I still have enough for the star here, let's go with set 3. So we do get some orb traps set up on the board now. Daisy gets a 6, and she gets a Super Shroom Orb. Luigi's gonna use his Super Shroom Orb, and he gets 1 coin inside it. 5, 6, and 5 for a total of 16. He's now shopping at the orb hub. Now he's losing half his roll right here since he passed by my bomb on more space. And he gets a Podoboo orb. And he's going to use the teleportation device right here. Oh, now he's right near the star right here, so we gotta try to hope that we roll high enough right here if we want to get to it on the next turn. Anyways, we're playing Memory Lane for our next mini game. I do say this one's very fun. But anyways, let's see how it goes. So here's the path that we gotta try to memorize to get to the goal. Alright, here we go. And we made it through that perfectly without even making a single mistake. Nice. That's what I'd call great performance. Alright, let's go back to the board as we now have 3 more turns remaining, and Toadette's gonna put her Goomba orb right there, and she gets 5 coins inside it. Alright, 10. And she's gonna get a Mr. Blizzard orb. Oh, she's landing on my orb trap right over here. Oh, it's Kamek. Oh, all of Toadette's orb traps right here are now going to belong to me. Alright, that's not bad at all. Alright, what do I need right here to try to get to the star? I need a 4 or higher. But before we see what happens here if I roll, I'm going to go ahead and put my Podoboo orb down. And let's put it on this space. Alright, we do get 6 coins inside it. Alright, we're going to roll high enough with a 9 right there. So, that means we're going to get back on the board with the star. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Alright, let's see where the next star's going. It's right there. Alright, we got a sluggish Shroom Orb. Okay. Oh! There's still one of Toadette's orb traps right over there. I'm probably guessing that the Kamek actually gives 1 orb trap to 1 certain player depending on who lands on it. Right here. I thought for sure it was all traps. I think I might have read that wrong. Alright, so let me just check the board here very quick. Okay, we're safe by going up right here, so we're gonna go that way. Now Daisy's gonna use her Super Shroom Orb. Alright, 10, 4, and 10 for a total of 24. And she gets another Super Shroom Orb. And she gets a Pobu Orb there as well. And she's a couple coins short of having enough for a star. Too bad. She's gonna get a Sluggish Shroom Orb. Alright, she does get a Zap Orb, but she's full on Orb, so she's gotta toss something away. She's gotta get rid of the Pobu Orb. And she lost some coins there on the red space. Let's go over to the Ouija. And he's gonna put his Pobu Orb right there. He gets 5 coins inside it. At 7. And now he's losing 10 of his coins since he passed by my Pobu Orb. He just got a Piranha Plant Orb. Now Luigi and I are challenging each other to a duel since we're on the same space. And looks like he's going to choose to go for my star right here by betting 40 of his coins. Alright, let's hope we don't get screwed over on this one right here, but we shall see how it plays out in just a moment. Alright, we're playing Full Tilt. Alright, hopefully we can do good on this one, but let's see what happens. Oh no! Crap, that was a bad start. But thankfully Luigi fell down right there as well. No! Come on! I should not have fallen off right there. Alright, come on, we gotta focus. There we go. Now we have a checkpoint. So that will help. Okay, we got it. That is what I'm talking about. So we do get to keep our star this time, and we are going to take 40 of Luigi's coins away.